Oh, hey, there's a sweater behind you. It's got Woodstock on it. My name's Elliot, and this is Let's Try for Standard and Strange, the show where I put on a bunch of things and tell you what that's like, for you to be easier shopping online when clothing is for needing to buy it. Let's go try on some sweatshirts. Now I'm going to stand here and talk about what I'm currently wearing.
And we'll get Jake in the background.
Yeah, he could be there.
His apple.
Yeah.
Hold that up to your head for me really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty big apple.
Yeah. So we're going to start with the sweater I'm wearing right now, which is not a sweatshirt, but it is a sweater. It's from Motive Manufacturing. I've had it for a few years now. We sold these when they made them several seasons ago, and no more because they are out. But it's a cotton wool linen blend. It's got these nice little nylon trims. It's based on vintage flight sweatshirts. One of my favorite features of this, I do run hot, and I have genuinely just, it's hard with one hand, unzipped both shoulders, and you let your top half breathe a little bit. You get a little air in there, it vents.
It's like that meme of the bodybuilders. When you look at them, it looks like a smaller guy inside.
Yeah. This is a tag medium, which is the same as everything else we're going to be trying today. You may notice these mediums fit differently. That's because medium's made up. There's no such thing as medium. Everyone defines it differently, but for the sake of consistency, we're only picking things that say M on the tag. So when it comes to sweaters, sweatshirts, knits, you can go a lot of different directions. I steer away from anything that's too long in the torso. For how tall I am, my body's 70-80% midsection, very small legs. And I disguise this fact by wearing things that are shorter in the body and longer in the rise to make me look more human proportioned, instead of like kind of a Dachshund person.
Dachshund?
Dachshund? What do you say?
Oh, Dachshund?
Dachshund.
I thought you said Dachshund like the car.
No,
I was very confused.
Some words, but in general, for sweatshirts, hoodies, knits, a little bit shorter in the length to complement a higher rise pair of pants and to not elongate my torso more, as well as something that's not too bulky in the midsection. Is this a weird way to hold it? I like this. This is good.
Like it's a bad dog.
Like it's a child who's misbehaved. Oh, is this lady giving me a ticket?
Why?
That's a meter maid, and I'm in a 5-minute zone. We'll come back to you. You see it all on TV. It's your favorite.
We can't use any of that.
If I'm singing it, it's free. It's fair.
I don't think.
No, that's how it works. It's a parody, so it's parody because I'm singing it back. First up on our run of hoodies and sweatshirts is this hoodie sweatshirt from the real McCoys. This is one of their flagship styles. It's the 10-ounce loop-wheeled hoodie. These are, I won't say our favorite. They're among my favorites because they are some of the best knits on the planet. I'm going to throw it on and I'll tell you a little more about why. We've got a pretty cropped torso that sits pretty comfortably because it's got this really tight knit ribbing that lets it sit a little more like a vintage hoodie right around my waist. Secondly, we've got a comfortable kangaroo pocket. And thirdly, a snug hood. What makes it special is the fabric, which, if you know anything about cotton knits, loopwheel is kind of the holy grail. It is the selvage denim of knitwear. This is a single piece of knit cotton all the way around. So these gravity-fed machines operate a lot slower than a modern knitting machine, which is just gonna blast out fabric by the yard at a much, much higher pace. They are much softer. They are an airier knit because they are gravity-fed, meaning they start from the top and knit the fabric downwards. And then McCoy's, being big on perfection, have gone and fleeced the interior of these. And I am really not exaggerating when I say it is borderline cashmere in terms of how soft and comfortable it is. Last few details about this McCoy's hoodie. Fit in general. It's got a fitted but comfortable torso. The sleeves start pretty wide but taper pretty dramatically, as I think you can see through the arm. The biggest thing about it is the ribbing is really tight at the hem and sleeves. These are known to come in a little bit with a wash and dry, so if I were buying one for myself, I would probably size up to a large and count on it coming in to about this fit over time. For this piece, we have the 5G bone knit sweater from Capital. Even though it's a size medium, it's oversized. It's cut big. You can see how roomy this is. The knit is not holding tightly to my body, and everything's got a little bit of a drape. Plus, there's a cool skeleton on the back. This is a sweater, not a sweatshirt, not a hoodie. The difference being that this is knit from wool. It's got a very visible knit texture. In general, it's not made of cotton and doesn't have the little Dorito V.
Describe the hand.
Yeah, so these they have a little thumb hole in the sleeve.
Sorry. Hand as in texture, but that's also
that too. Yeah, so it's got a fun hand in that there's a thumb hole in the sleeve so that you can tuck your thumb out and keep it there because the sleeve itself is not knit very tightly. In terms of texture, this is admittedly not as soft as the cotton loop wheel. Scratchy wool does not bother me. I have killed that instinct in myself, and it just is nice. I'm much more inclined to the warmth than the feeling itself, but this is gonna have a bit more of a wool sweater feel. It does the proportions really well, though the body is longer. It's also wider, so it doesn't make me look like I'm all torso. If it were much slimmer, if I pull the back in, this is a very different look already. Now I think I look like I have a lot longer of a torso because there's not as much room there. But then I let it bag out, and where do my legs end? Who knows?
It kind of feels a little grunge.
It is. It's very grunge, I think.
Skeleton aside.
Yeah, it's got a very 90s. It's got a kind of Cobain vibe. It's a big, oversized knit sweater. This one also has bones on it, which really sells it further. But the look in general is pretty 90s with the big jeans. Now we are on to this Buco motorcycle sweatshirt. This is a really interesting piece also from the real McCoys with, again, more of kind of a slouchy, oversized fit, but mostly through the sleeves. Standout details for this style, I would say, are the drop shoulders, which come out much wider than a lot of the other ones, and the stripes, which are actually like applique. They're not just like a dye or pattern. We'll show a close-up, but these are raised. They're like a patchwork almost. This is based on like 30s and 40s motorcycle sweatshirts that people who were like racing motorcycles, outlaw types, would wear. Unlike the others, this is not a loop wheel, so it does have side seams. Not really a detriment at all. It is still super soft and pretty plush. I would rank this in like a medium weight. I wouldn't consider this a heavyweight knit. We will get to those later. Inside is also fleeced and also really, really soft, but this one is mostly a style pick. Otherwise, it's really just like a nice kind of different vibe for a sweatshirt with big arms, because the arms, there's a lot of room in them.
Is the ribbing around the bottom
It's tight.
taller?
The ribbing around the bottom is taller. That's a good question. This is a little taller than the other ones and pretty tight as well. This will, through the day when you're wearing it, ride up and sit a little bit higher. That is by design. It's kind of meant to sit right on the top of your waist and hips.
Trio boots, and they should be over at the shop.
I'm working on my sort of mockumentary camera skills.
Oh, good, yeah. I'm working on my microphone flipping skills.
I see that.
This is the sweatshirt. What do I mean by that? This is the first sweatshirt I think we're going to put you in if you come into our store. This is our best-selling sweatshirt of all time. This is, I mean, maybe to be a little hyperbolic, the best sweatshirt in the world. But this is the Real McCoy's 10-ounce loop wheel sweatshirt. I don't think you can get better than this in a sweatshirt. They've got every vintage detail you can imagine, from the little Dorito knit at the collar on the front and back. Is a vintage detail that was originally added to help wick moisture and dry athletes out, because a sweatshirt is an athletic garment. This is the sweat in sweatshirt. My bosses have called it a Dorito for as long as I've worked here. Not the official name, but we've been rolling with that for almost 15 years now.
Tortilla chip.
Tortilla chip even, yeah.
Generic chip.
Yeah, super, super old school. It's got a pretty fitted torso. It's got that same snug knit waistband. It's got pretty short, small sleeves. This is another style that I personally would size up in. This is a medium, what I take in most clothes, but my very long arms look even longer with the small sleeves. It's got the fleeced interior that is, again, unbelievably soft and comfortable. It's knit without any sort of side seam because it's a loop wheel. Like some of the other McCoy's stuff, it is going to come in a bit with a wash and then stretch out a bit with wear. We say they're true to size if you are the type of person who is cold washing or hand washing your clothes and then laying them flat to dry. I would say stick with true to size. You're not going to see much shrinkage. Once you put one on, you really get why they're so spectacular. They're a fantastic medium weight at 10 ounces, super soft on the inside, and they look great.
Can you just one more time say what you just said about the motorcycle helmet thing?
My understanding is, as well as being moisture wicking, the Doritos also help the collar expand without stretching out. So if you'd had the helmet on and you wanted to pull your sweatshirt over, it would allow the neck hole to stretch enough to get over the helmet without undue stress.
Yeah, Elliot, did you hear that?
This is a little more unique, I think, as far as hoodies go. I have not seen many styles like this in my travels. They call this the thermal two-tone sweatshirt, something to that effect. We'll put the proper name up on screen. It's got a waffle knit exterior, much like some of my favorite, hopefully your favorite, thermal shirts. It is also two-tone. As you can see, the pocket and the hood and the cuffs are all cut from a gray fabric, whereas the rest of the body is a more natural ecru, off-white, whatever you want to call it. The inside is actually smooth, like a traditional sweatshirt. So it's just the outside that has this waffle knit texture to it. This is the sort of thing you want to throw on under other stuff. Wow, the phone's ringing, people come in. Other details about this guy, it's got a raglan sleeve, which you can see here. That's just gonna make it kind of easier to pull on and slightly more versatile in terms of sizing. The hood is snug, but features this kind of reinforced band around the front that's gonna help it hold its shape and keep all that warmth trapped inside.
It looks like chainmail.
Yeah, I think the gray paired with the
Especially
the waffle knit, yeah, it is giving a little bit of Squire. I can tell you've been watching that new Game of Thrones show.
It's a good show. You should all watch it.
Okay. All right. Now we've picked out something that's a little more contemporary and a little more heavyweight than some of the other styles. This is coming to us from our very, very good friends at Freenote Cloth. It is another shop favorite. Their heavyweight deck sweatshirt is a piece that most of our staff members have. Unlike the McCoys, it doesn't have a fleeced interior. It's just a dry loop, which makes it a little less hot, honestly. And here in California, it doesn't get all that cold. And for the majority of the year, it can be nice to have something that doesn't insulate quite as extremely, that doesn't insulate as much, that's less hotter, that's more not hot for good staying comfortable in when it's temperature outside. They're calling that the second least tortured sentence ever.
What was the first?
The one I did earlier, the opening sits very snug on my body. It's gonna keep the fit a little more old school when I raise my arms up and let it sit a little higher. It's just got a really nice, chunky, heavy cotton feel. We do have our helmet / sweat Dorito here, front and back.
Tortilla chip. Generic tortilla chip. The Dorito's different.
Dorito is different on this one. I can't see it, but I trust that it's different from the other one.
Yeah, the stitching comes down.
Oh! I would wear this to, from, at the gym, on a dog walk, lazy morning in, as much as, heading out to a brunch with friends. The other major difference between this style and the McCoy's is that this is not a loop wheel knit, and it's a more contemporary modern fabric that doesn't take quite as long to make. Practically, that means we will have these in stock more often and they are more available, whereas the loop wheel genuinely does take a lot longer, sometimes about 5 times as long to manufacture that fabric. So if you're ever in a hurry and need a sweatshirt, look for Freenote first. Here's our wild card. It's not a sweatshirt, it's not a hoodie, it's a quarter zip. Very on trend right now, I think. I am not actually that online anymore. I've just seen people talk about quarter zips. So cut this out of that. This is neither a sweatshirt nor a hoodie. It is a quarter zip, but it is also from our friends at the Real McCoy's. Much like the striped sleeve sweatshirt we saw earlier, this is an adaptation, recreation, whatever you want to call it, of a vintage motorcycle riding knit. This is much heavier than a lot of the other stuff we've seen, with a really soft hand, but a much, much thicker texture throughout. It generally feels almost a little bit stiffer. It's got a hand or temper that's not dissimilar from like vintage rugby shirts, like old school sportswear when they used to make it out of pure wool. The Buco products isn't printed or knit in. These are like appliques, they're patches that have been added, so they have a little bit of a 3D texture to them. And then it is a period accurate zipper, because that's how McCoy's does everything. They are not going to skip any detail. They want it to be as close to an original as humanly possible. I mean, the most notable feature is the fact that you can zip this up into a turtleneck, which I will do right now. This piece is another hoodie from the real McCoys. This one differs from the cream one that we did show you earlier because this is a slightly lighter weight. This is the real McCoy's summer loop wheel. So their standard loop wheels clock in at 10 ounces with a brushed fleeced interior. Their summer loop wheels come in at 9 ounces with an unbrushed interior. So these have a drier, less fluffy hand inside that breathes a little bit better. They're also cut with raglan sleeves and a much more fitted body throughout. This is a medium, same as everything else I've tried, but in general has a smaller fit. It is more snug. This will stretch. It will also come in with a wash. So this is another style that I probably suggest sizing up if the out the box fit is as snug on you as it is me. If you prefer a more fitted sweatshirt or hoodie, true to size is gonna do you great. If you like it like me, a little more relaxed and slouchy, size up. We've got no side seams once again because it's a loop wheel, kangaroo pocket through the front, and the same double face hood. Those are all the various knits, mid layers, whatever you want to call them, that I felt would be worth trying on for you today. This is one of our favorite categories, most frequently stocked categories, so we're always going to be getting new and exciting knitwear in different fabrics, colors, weights. Best thing you can do is pop by in store or check us out online at standardandstrange.com to see what the latest is.
Newsletter.
We have a newsletter too. You can sign up on our website for our emails and get the latest arrivals blasted straight into your inbox. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment something friendly and positive that will make me feel good about myself, or something really mean that will make me cry. No, don't do that.
No, don't do that.
Don't comment anything mean. I'm really sensitive.
Don't encourage bad comments.
So Harlan's address is...
Hey, Jake, do you want to do this outro instead?
Sure.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a friendly comment if you feel so inclined. Stay tuned for more videos from us here at Standard and Strange, and pop by any of our shops to say what's up. We love when you visit. Peace and love in the whole world. And smooches.